Unaona? Tena huko. So imeanguka hiyo kitu. Inua. So thank you so much for coming to our function. My name is Mary Muthoni. I am the president and the CEO of the Women in Business in Kenya Network, an organization that deals with women from all the way mashinani to the top corporate. And we are excited to be here this afternoon in Kakamega County, hosting the National Youth Roundtable in collaboration with KAKO and other entities. And this is specifically because women in business, we also have a very big chunk. About 40% of our members are young women in business who are in startups and MSME. At this juncture, just to explain why we are here today and why the youth or why the young women, one of the things that we must realize in this country is the women and the youth hold the backbone of the economy. Our SMEs today are about 17 million. And out of the 17 million, a very big percentage is constituted by the youth and the women. So it is apparent that we need to keep checking on having our checks and balances on the skill development through socio-economic empowerment forums like what we are having today. Skill development again, because we are here in mass. Some of these young people are into innovative ways to get into entrepreneurship, but sometimes you need to give them the prerequisite skills so that they are able to be boosted or to move up to another level. If you look at what the government is giving today, there's access to government procurement, there's funds, youth empowerment funds, but sometimes you realize going forward and doing business, some of these youths may not even know what documentation is required for you to access even a government procurement. Yet the government is the biggest spender across the world, globally. So we need to trade with the government. But again, we don't need youths who are just crying because they don't have information on what is supposed to be done. So as women in business and our partners, we are keen to instill this skill development into our youth. Again, when we talk about trade development, and in this I am talking about cross-border trading, I'm talking about inter-county trading, I am speaking about access to markets, because starting a business is one, but getting the market is another. So where is the market for our products and services? Where is the market for the youth entrepreneurship, innovation? You know, are we pooling investors so that they can come and partner with our youths and our women and they are able to flourish? So again, the policies, what are we doing at the county level? Are our county assemblies passing the right bills and laws to ensure that the policies are enabling the youths to have a comfortable environment for trading and the women? You know, these are questions that we are asking ourselves, and we are actually saying that when we get a lot of information from the youth on the challenges that are affecting them, then we are able to put documentation together. We are able to speak to the relevant authorities. We want to see women and youth from central Kenya trading with those of Kakamega comfortably, that there's no double taxation, that there is enough and good policy that is allowing them that if you're in the transport business, you don't need to be taxed at every county level. Those are some of the things that we are putting together. Again, and this is very deep from my heart, that networking and coaching is part and parcel that should be accompanied in every other socio-economic empowerment. Sometimes we are having a stressed generation because they do not have people to give them hope. They do not see people who are even giving them the simplest of the information. But again, I also want to throw this to the youth. You who is there, the young girl, the young man, please wake up, dress up, and show up. You cannot just stay at home and expect everybody to do everything else and to have all the policies on the table, and you're doing nothing about it. So what are you doing about it? You know? So every time you think of criticizing someone, be it government, be it private sector, be it whoever is around you, ask yourself, what are you doing about it? Because it starts from you. It starts from within you. Influence the circle around you positively so that we are able to push this information together and in a very palatable and convenient way. We want to emphasize that legislative agenda for youth and women is not a crime. When women and youth understand the processes and procedures in the legislative process, it's not a crime. And I want to encourage every woman out there, every youth out there, get involved. Try and figure out what happens, what is needed for a bill for you to push a policy agenda within your community, or even an elective agenda. Because with better policies, that is where we get a good ground for our businesses. With the bad policies, that is where our businesses are going to collapse. And our businesses start from good policies. In support of the Big Four agenda, I have seen women strive and getting into very innovative ways and also struggling to get into housing. We are seeing more women contractors right now, be it at the county level, be it at the national level. We are seeing more women into agribusiness, because I want to encourage you, you don't have to own tea bushes or coffee bushes or big chunks of land for you to be in agribusiness. You can fix yourself into the value chain and ensure that you are either in packaging of coffee and exporting it, branding of the coffee and exporting the same, exporting your services. There are very many ways. That is why we are here today. If you have any youth has any question, and this is not the first and the last time that we are coming to Western Kenya, and this is a program that will go across the country, across all the counties, to ensure that we pass the same information to the youth. And we are able to get more information on how we can intertwine. I feel if anybody has any question, I would answer. Yes, sir.
The ongoing pandemic has given us the
Yes.
virus, some of them have lost their jobs, and therefore affecting their lives. So
Thank you for that question. The pandemic has actually affected everybody in a positive, sometimes in positive ways, sometimes in negative ways. And I usually tell people I was a plus size before the pandemic, but I chose to work on it until I can feel comfortable about myself. So that is a plus. However, for the youth and those people who have really been affected, there's always the silver lining at the end of the tunnel. One, I have had very many funds that have been channeled, and that is where we need to get the information on how the youth groups can get these funds to uplift themselves in their businesses. Number two, that is why we are here today. We want to also get information on the challenges that they are having accessing the services, either from the government or any other entity. And we can be able to also champion for them so that we can come back with a better way of handling.
Maybe a youth leader from Kakamega, would you want to say something?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to have a dialogue about the socio-economic empowerment of the young people. And I think you cannot begin that discussion without looking at the challenges that the young people face. The biggest challenges that the young people face today are issues of employment and inclusion. So we are saying that the biggest solution to some of the problems we're having is a level ground provided for by the Constitution and the laws of the land, the policies and regulations available. So we are saying that even as we discuss this, we must add our voice on the discussions about the changes in the Constitution and the laws at the moment. I'm talking about the Building Bridges initiative, because then in that we will be able to achieve some of what we want to achieve and be able to address some of the challenges that are affecting us.
Very much. My name is Daniel Juma. I'm the country director of the Global Peace Foundation in Kenya, and on behalf of my organization, we would like to congratulate the women in business, John Nene and the group for organizing this roundtable here. What we are saying is that young people, if you are not around the table, you'll be a part of the menu. So we are saying that it is time that the youth discuss the problems and come up with solutions, for their problems. Our foundation is international. We are based in Washington, D.C., and I'm in charge of the foundation in Kenya. We believe that the problem with this country is that we have a big bulge of youth who are always, most of the time, unemployed and available, very much available for misuse by crooked politicians, available for recruitment into extremism and stuff like that. And that's why our theory of change as the Global Peace Foundation is to be able to empower the youth, empower the women, so that when you have food on your table, then nobody will be able to misuse you. So as an organization, I'm happy to work closely with all these other partners, the women in business. I was discussing with Mary this morning that even the men, she told me that even the men can be members of women in business. So 30% of the men. Yeah, so I'm very, very happy, and I would like to encourage the youth of Kakamega. Kakamega is a beautiful place. Your governor has been ranked as one of the most hardworking governor in the country. Devolution has brought good things to this country, but the youth, especially in Kakamega, must ensure that you take part in devolution. You must be the suppliers who will supply to the county. If you do not supply, if you don't take part in devolution, then how can you get the benefits of devolution? So mine is to encourage you and also let you know that COVID, has brought challenges, but also brought, great things. So you can be able to be innovative, come up with solutions. So I have seen young people coming up with solutions. Some are making, sanitizers. Some are making barakoas. Some are making KKU. They were innovating things that are used in management of COVID. So I think this is a very, very good opportunity for you guys to be innovative and be able to build this nation. So let me not say much. I think I give it back to John Nene, who has really worked hard to put this together.
My name is John Nene. I'm the founder and president of the National Youth Roundtable. National Youth Roundtable is a program within Center for African Affairs and Conflict Research. I'm also a director there. And our aim is that as a generation, we must find our vision. We've had two serious revolutions in this country. The first revolution was the fight to independence. The second revolution was the freedom that was fought by the likes of Raila Odinga and Koigi Wamwere and the likes. Now, in this context of BBI, for me, the most important thing in BBI is the peace. You cannot talk about economic empowerment in a chaotic environment. So the handshake brought peace. So as young people, we need to take advantage of the peaceful environment that is prevailing in the country right now, and then change the conversation. Kenya boils because of politics. Every time the thing that charges Kenyans is politics. But politics does not trickle, our political leadership does not trickle down to the economic table. So this program is going to pick a discussion which is not very cool. Economic discussion is not very cool. It's so boring, but at the end of the day, you need to be economically empowered to be as strong a nation, to be on the global map. So National Youth Roundtables is getting young leaders, 50 and above, from every county. Because of resources, we cannot do county-based programs, so we are doing regions. So we've mapped 12 regions. This is the second region we're coming to. We launched the program at KICC, and we've already done the Nairobi region. Now we are in Western Kenya. The next event, we will go to another region. The aim of this program is that we are getting young people, and we are getting their leaders who are controlling a large number of young people. The roundtables is a discussion where they are helping us to link to the economic empowerment projects that young people are struggling with on their own. Then we help them to scale to a point of bankability, and then we link them to financial institutions and donors who will support them. At the initial stages, we also invite leaders like our leaders who are here with us to motivate them so that they can also see that it is possible. We also have invited some young entrepreneurs who have made it in life to motivate them. So they will sit in their roundtables, and we'll group them in 5 areas: the digital economy, agribusiness and climate change, general entrepreneurship, that is business and social, and then we'll talk about leadership and governance. So from there, they will give us those solutions and the projects they're already working on. And then we will help them to scale, and then we link them to the donors who can support them. So this is the program, and this is the discussion that we ask everybody in the country, all young people, to get involved, bring as many projects as you can. The country has big potential. Number one is the resource base and the natural resource. So if we tap into our passions, talents, and creativity, no youth will be poor at the end of the day. So we thank you all, and we ask all young people to link with us on our website and to follow the programs.
It's a blessing, eh?
I'm Kevin Ichingwa, the school president, Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology. Actually, these are the discussions we are looking for. We don't just want to be linked with politics all the time. I'm a politician, but as much as I'm a politician, economic empowerment is one thing that we really want our youths to be involved in. We thank the women in business and the partners for bringing this to Masinde Muliro, and we are here to support. And let me be very clear, we are not here with the hidden agenda. We are not here for BBI. We are here for economic empowerment. Thank you so much.
Hello. We are very pleased to have this discussion. My name is Immaculate Wavinya. I'm a student from MOST, and we are very happy that we are hosting this event. because most of our youths in universities, you know that there are many struggles. We struggle. Some of us pay our school fees, but at least we have an idea of what to do from here. Si kila saa kusema mzazi nitumie pesa, nitumie pocket, nitumie hii. At least we are very happy and we know the direction to go from here. Thank you.